Hey folks, Papa Boris here, playing some more Hades. Let's go ahead and do another run here. We got a very lucky win last time. It was premature, honestly, but I got carried by a legendary boon. This time Dark Thirst is pointing us to the bow. And I guess we'll just take the coin purse. I like that. It levels it up a little bit every time you play. You keep it on during Tartarus. It gives you a few encounters. So it takes quite a few runs before this maxes out, and it's a good use of my time. And now we've got this. Once you beat the game once, it changes a little bit. You don't just drop out the window and get going. You first select your pact. I'm honestly not going to talk about this that much. This is basically Hades' New Game Plus system where you get to choose how the game gets harder. And the game also encourages you to use it by resetting the bounties. So the base game is actually 0 heat. If I turn on 1 heat, I can now get the bounties again. So I can again get the Titan Blood, Diamond, and Ambrosia from killing the first, second, and third act bosses respectively. However, I actually would just rather have Darkness at this point because since I beat the game prematurely, I haven't really gotten to that tipping point yet where I feel like I can win consistently. So I just want to collect Darkness and get stronger, and then once I've gotten stronger, then I'll start turning on the heat, even for weapons I haven't won with yet. Okay, so this is an important run. Apparently on the 5th run, you learn about calls. So a call is what I'm also going to call sometimes a god power. Basically, we've got this god gauge in the bottom, and you can press a button to activate the call. For Poseidon, you become invulnerable and dash around for a little while. It's short, like a second or something. And you deal 350 damage to every enemy that you hit. You also push them and hurt them. You push them and they take extra damage if they like slam into a wall. Each god has a different power except for Hermes. Hermes doesn't have any. Oh, that was some really awesome damage. And these are a major ingredient to winning. In fact, one of the ways that I might win prematurely in Hades or get kind of carried a little bit is just by getting a god power, and Hermes has a boon that makes your god gauge charge automatically. Typically it only charges when you take damage or deal damage, but if you get the thing that makes it charge automatically, then you can like stall during a boss fight and just use the god power over and over. Now Poseidon's, as it happens, is a god power I like because it does a lot of damage and it makes you immune, and if you wait for your god gauge to fill all the way up, then it lasts a really long time. And that is really good in certain boss fights in certain situations. Like it's really good against Theseus when he calls for assistance, because while he's just standing there, you can hit him repeatedly with that god power by running around in circles, and you're immune to whatever god effect he's summoning. But okay, so we're here playing as the bow, and the bow, I really desperately want some kind of a boon that makes it stronger. I like Zeus on the special, which we had in our 2nd run. It's how I reached Hades for the first time on the save file. And then I also like Ares on the special, adding that doom damage, so that each thing essentially does 60 damage instead of 10. Or more. If I do get that, I want to get Palms to level it up. But that's, of course, not guaranteed, and this is where it may be worth talking about trinkets. So I have been ignoring giving nectar to the gods, because all the gods' trinkets do basically the same thing, which is they make it so that you're guaranteed to see a boon from that god. But if you are playing with a weapon where you, either because it's just mechanically good or because it's your playstyle, really like to have a certain boon on it, like it makes a huge difference to the effectiveness of that weapon, then it's actually worth using those trinkets to make sure that you get it. Of course, you're not guaranteed to be offered that boon. Like I could have, started this run with Zeus and then not been offered the chance to put Zeus on my special, but it does dramatically increase your chances. So maybe, had I had the foresight, I would have appreciated, oh my god, a lot of these traps, getting either Zeus or Ares. Giving either Zeus or Ares some nectar. I'm not really seeing any god boons here. There's Athena and Ares. Okay, so I'm going to choose Ares, and I'm going to hope that I get the special. Okay, so it's these guys. Put a cast in each of them if you can. It's a little, they jump around a lot, but that one doesn't have it. So I got a cast in each of them. Casts do eventually get dislodged, They do eventually fall out. But this way, when I attack them, I do more damage. And remember, you do have a power shot on your bow, where if you release at just the right time, you do more damage. I am just completely going to pretend that does not exist. I might try to get behind him so I backstab for some more damage. Bows also have a dash strike, and to be honest, I don't understand it. I just don't understand what the dash strike is. So there you go, that God Call just completely took all of its HP off once the armor was off. Alright, special inflicts doom, and it's rare. Well, that's guaranteed because this was a mini-boss, and that's what happens when you get a boon from a mini-boss, is the rarity is increased. Definitely want this. So now, each of my little arrows deals 80 flat damage after a delay. Oh, we got something new on this one. This is going to be stupid, but I'm going to do it anyways. So we have a room where we have to just survive for a while. So notice now those skulls, I just hit him with an arrow, and after a delay it dies. That's Ares' boon. And I like that. I don't know if it's like considered actually like a strong combo, you know, among good players, but it is something I enjoy playing with. Ares on the bow special. We're just trying to stay away because I have bad reflexes. I often get hit by these skulls charging at me, so if you're just constantly going around in a circle, it's harder for skulls to line up a shot against you. And maybe that's not generally a strategy that you can do, but it works here. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is just turn on my God Power and charge in there. That was just for extra gold, basically.
Idiots.
Okay, so this is a Chaos Gate. So, oh, hang on, there's a oh, this is good. I'm gonna do this. I'm not the fastest at killing things, but I do want darkness. I'm trying to get up to 1,000 darkness to get my 3rd Death Defiance. And I don't know, I might not have the patience to hold out that much for it, but even if I don't, I'm going to be unlocking the next section of the mirror soon. And there are some really important boons, or not boons, there are really some really important upgrades there. Okay, so notice there's a maximum of 50, I got about 60% of that, but still, 31 darkness is 31 darkness. I'm very happy to have that. Okay, so Chaos Gates, you take damage to go in there, and then you talk to Chaos. They appear at random. You are not necessarily guaranteed to see them in a run. Oftentimes I don't even notice that they're there. And you talk to Chaos, and what Chaos does is offer you one of 3 choices. Each choice gives you a curse for the next 3 or 4 encounters, some negative effect. And then afterwards, you get some sort of a benefit. So this one, whenever I attack, I take 5 damage, but afterwards I do 64% more backstab damage. This one is I take damage every time I use my cast, and then afterwards I get an extra cast. And then this one is when you kill an enemy, it leaves a bomb behind that you have to dash away from, but then afterwards you get extra gold. So none of these are actually all that good for me. I'll take this because it's early, and extra gold, you know, I think is better than extra backstab damage. Just with the bow, I'm not backstabbing that much with the bow, and this does not affect the doom damage. I also don't really rely on my casts very much. So we'll do this one. Just gotta remember to dash away from enemies for the next 3 encounters. Now, it's not always gonna be 3 choices. Sometimes there's 3, sometimes 2, sometimes 1, but we're definitely taking the hammer, both for the sake of achievements and also for the sake of possibly getting something really good, like, you know, increasing my attack or my special. Let's see. So attack charges up slower but deals a lot of damage in an AoE. This is makes your attack into kind of like a chain thing, and this makes power shot easier. You know what? I'm relying on my special this run, as I probably usually will be with a bow. There isn't a special boosting thing here, so I'm gonna take this because I just do not care about power shot, so it is simply never going to be a relevant thing. Okay, easiest choice of my life here. Let's take the Nectar. Okay, still didn't execute the power shot. It like blinks, but by the time my brain is aware of it blinking, it's gone. Oh hey, they actually toss the bomb. It doesn't just like drop a bomb. When it says toss, they mean toss. It throws a bomb at you. You can always check in the menu. I'm not gonna do it right now, but you can always check to see how many, like what all your boons are, and how much time is left on Chaos's curses. Oh really? Oh god. Okay.
Perfect.
All right. This is an interesting one. So, yeah, I think even being cautious, I can't pass up 2 boons just to get coins. That is such a staggering trade-off. So I think it's actually my first time doing one of these. So basically, you always choose one or the other. Whichever one you don't choose adds some kind of hampering effect to the next fight. Okay, I'm gonna take this. I like this dash quite a bit. It deals damage, it pushes enemies, and if they run into walls, it hurts them more. So part of this is knowing which one to choose, because some of the negative effects are way worse than others. Ares is one of the tamer ones, which I suppose is a little bit ironic for the God of War. He's just got these large circles that periodically do damage, but they are relatively slow moving and easy to dodge, and comparatively speaking, that is not nearly as bad as some of the other BS you have to deal with in these God trials. Demeter is the worst. Zeus is pretty bad, so if I have a choice between Zeus and Demeter, that's definitely my personal hell. Dionysus is really annoying. He also does the circles, but they're smaller, a bit harder to see. They stay in one place, so they create these zones that you can't go into. It's just a big problem. Okay, I'm gonna try to kill them with my God power. Ah, didn't quite get there, and then got whacked. It's important to dash across these chasms to not take damage. Oh, let me use my power shot. That's easier to execute. Oh, look at that. That actually was pretty easy to execute, I gotta say. Alright, well, easy one here. I think we're gonna just do this for everything to do more damage. I could add this to the attack. The attack is slow enough that 50 flat damage is not bad. But we'll just take this. It's a little bit more well-rounded and will keep my options open. I will definitely take a palm over the shop because while you have fewer boons, that's when you're most likely to get a palm on the boom that you want because it rolls 3 at random. And there's 2 that I really want to upgrade, my call and my special. Now, I didn't get the special, which is probably my top choice, but still, I'm perfectly happy to raise this damage. It makes it, it really goes up quite a lot for the first couple of upgrades, and it really does make a very big difference to upgrade, at least that particular call. There are a couple of gods whose calls are not super relevant to upgrade. You know, but this one is definitely not one of those. Okay, so we put a cast in her, we hit her, and then we're just gonna special her down. Just keep the distance. Get the doom effects. Look at you can see which way she's gonna charge when she rears back, so just don't be in that line. And oh god, okay. Yes. This is always my nemesis right here. God. Embarrassing. Alright, so get away, keep specialing. I could use this easier to execute power shot. It does do quite a bit of damage. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do about those? I'm just gonna get the hell away. Get the hell away. God, even this easier to execute power shot is just such a problem for me. Because, you know, there's stuff going on. I got, oh my god. See, I am being hit by slow-moving projectiles that I can easily dodge. How am I possibly going to pay enough attention to execute these power shots? Oh god, she loves that move. She, you know, maybe there's like an intelligence to it. Maybe it, like, she does that move. Oh, I'm not hitting her, hold on. I don't think I was hitting her with most of those specials. Possibly with all of them. Yes, do that move. I like that move. Okay, I'm gonna just God and this should kill her after I hit her twice. Okay, so we didn't use either of our 2 Death Defiances this time, which is nice. We get 60 Darkness, which is great. The Chaos Boon no longer has that curse, and now we're getting extra gold. This fountain does not heal very much. Now we're gonna switch out. I don't need this coin purse anymore. I think I'll take this, because the individual hits from the Hydra shouldn't be that big of a deal. At least like how it is with the 3rd and 4th act bosses. This is frisky. Not only am I paying 55 coins, but I'm also going to take damage going in there. Well, you know, we're doing it, and I will also take that to maybe get some extra healing. Anything I want to sell here? I doubt it, but yeah, there's not. Okay. One of my favorite hobbies in this game is buying that thing that ensures a Chaos Gate will appear and then forgetting that I did that and then not getting the Chaos Gate. I just love doing that very much. But since I'm talking here, I should not miss it. Yep, there it is. So we pay health, which is, you know, a major resource at this point and not easily recovered. But I would like something that increases my attack damage or my special damage. Actually, I'm going to give Chaos a Nectar, not because I value this trinket. I don't value it at all. But, because it's hard to give, you know, you can't guarantee seeing Chaos in a run, and I have 2 Nectar, so I have an extra trinket, or an extra Nectar to spare. I don't mind saying it. Okay, so this is one of the most meek negatives. You just can't collect your casts for a while after they happen. But then, of course, the positive is not that significant either. I don't care about my cast damage. This one's pretty bad. Not being able to see chamber reward previews means that you could be picking really dumb things. This, okay, there we go. That's what I want. So I don't really care about cast. I just need to remember not to use it. Get our story, which is great. That's actually really good because I have a chance to increase the rarity on my call and on my special. Make sure you don't press the X button too much, otherwise you will automatically pick the top row. Granted, in this case, that's the one I want, so it would have been fine. But just be careful in general. Okay, Curse of Pain, I believe that's the one. Yeah, special inflicts doom, so now it's epic instead of heroic. So it went up by 20 only, but I believe that that will also increase, you know, how much it upgrades when I level it with palms. So I'm very happy for that. Is it gonna be the zombie guys? Oh no, it's the boulder guys. That's fine, I don't mind the boulder guys. I do not mind. Look how nice these guys are. You just dash out of the way, and then they die. So much easier than the guys that, I don't know, like just shoot waves of whatever at you and hit you a bunch of times in a row. So much easier. I guess it also helps it's one at a time. One at a time is definitely my speed. Uh-oh, it's the guys. It's the guys. Oh, there's another boulder too. Oh. Okay, this is getting frisky over here. Just stay away. All right. Attack faster, dash more times, special faster. Dash is probably the best. I will say that again, and then I will not take it. I'm gonna grab special faster because shooting that thing faster, you know, just increases like my chance of hitting an enemy that I missed. So here we have an interesting choice. Mini boss no matter what, Aphrodite or Dionysus. So Aphrodite has a really good effect on the attack. It has a good flat damage increase and it weakens enemies, but I don't use my attack very much. So we're gonna grab Dionysus, and the reason for that is simply to have a chance of getting that Nectar. And he has that other boon I really like, Fountains heal you to full and give you a permanent damage boost. Right, on we go to the Barge of Death. Probably should have saved these traps for when the enemies appeared. I do have to be careful because I'm very, very low on health. Oh, that's my least favorite enemy. My nemesis. Yep, there's 8 damage. Oh, that projectile does not get countered by attacking. And I need to kill... Really got hit again. Okay. Getting wrecked here. Oh, right, I cast. I hit the cast, and I forgot I have a curse, so I just took 5 damage for no reason. Alright, we have a god power. Yeah, we'll just use it. There's some merit to saving it up if there's a bigger spawn. Like this one, for instance. But I thought, you know, might as well use it while I have it. That was really stupid, though. I definitely should have saved it, because now I don't have it. You can charge up to 4 of them, and there's a bonus if you save it for the 4th one, if you charge it up fully. But yeah, I should have definitely kept it. I knew that it wasn't going to be the end. There's no way that was the end of the Barge of Death. Okay, my call came back. I somehow managed not to hurt myself. There's a bit of a transition because, you know, you're immune during it, but then once you come out of it, you're immediately not immune. So if you're standing in fire or something, you will get hurt promptly. Okay, attack, less damage. Oh yeah, there it is. The epic version, giving 5% damage boost instead of 3%. Not that great because, again, a lot of my damage is coming from the special doom, not the actual damage of the arrows. But, you know, still, every little bit helps, and the healing is really welcome. Okay, we have one of these troves here. Okay, I guess I gotta find the enemy on this one. Usually they come at you, but over here, Oh, there you guys are. Oh, hey, there's my 25 coins. Finally spawning me some food. Paid 25 coins for, what was it, 10 health? 15 health? These things are fine. Those things with the armor. Okay, I gotta remember not to cast. I think I still have the curse. Yeah, I definitely still have the curse. Okay.
That's something.
Can I get my special up? Yes, look at that big upgrade from 100 to 140. It diminishes as you level up more, but still I'm happy to have that. 100 coins. You know what? I'll do it. I would not do this in Act 3, but I feel pretty confident that I'm not going to take damage doing this. So even if it takes me a while to kill them and I don't get 100, maybe I only get 50, maybe I only get 60. Like, I think it's just worth it to get the free coins. Again, free apart from the physical amount of time it costs me to do this. And assuming I don't take any damage during... Yeah, it was just like 3 enemies. It was not a big deal. So I got 64, which is better than I was expecting, and that's 64 free coins. Okay, we have gems or darkness. Obviously the darkness. Let's see if we get a special boss. No, the witches. Which, or no, these are not the witches. These are just a bunch of my least favorite enemy with armor. Alright, very well. Gotta say, being able to use the bow and attack from range, super welcome with these guys. There will be more waves. I believe the witches, there's no more waves after you kill the witches. And of course the special mini bosses, there's no more waves, but with this one, yeah, there's another wave. Ah! Okay. More waves. Is it more of those guys? No, it's the poison throwers. Yeah, just run around. Try not to be close to them. Oh, there's actually another one of my nemesis there. Make sure you don't get hit by their poison projectiles. Make sure you don't stay near them after they die. Try not to stay in the fire pits that appear out of nowhere. You know, this lifestyle of specialing them to death with the Ares boon, it ain't glamorous and it ain't fast. Not much, as the meme says, but it's an honest day's work. Okay, finally got the Chaos Curse lifted. Health or shop? Definitely health. I'm doing okay with these rooms. I'd rather have the free 25 health, which is, okay, free anyways, like literally free, than the chance at maybe having to pay for health or possibly buying a boon. Alright, so Hydra, we love to fight it with the bow. I'm not sure if the correct thing is just to rely on the special or to use these power shots. You know, actually, I believe that with the Daedalus hammer, it's like the power shot is really substantially easier. Like, I have enough time to see it glow and then release the mouse, or not mouse, I'm not on a mouse, I'm on a controller. Release the controller after seeing it glow. Whereas with the normal bow, by the time you see it light up, it's already too late. Like, you have to know in advance of releasing the mouse button or the attack button. Oh, you're doing these things? God darn it. How many have you been doing? Are there already some out there? Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save my god power for the second wave. Yeah, that does a hefty... That does a lot of damage. I gotta say, that's a pretty good hammer. Maybe I should have saved that for a later run, because that is quite potent. Okay, so when they come out, I turn on my god, and I try to hit, like, in that case I got 3 of them, and then that basically shears the armor off of these Hydras. Ah, I let one through. Okay, what I'm gonna do is god power to kill that one. Oh, it leapt in the air and it dodged my god power. Good job, Hydra. I'm not even mad. That was very well played. Oh, there's another one. How many of these Hydra heads are spawning those stupid eggs? Okay, apparently at least 2. Anticlimactic. So I'm at 27 health. I gotta be a little bit careful here because, like, I'm gonna just do this. Oh, I wasn't expecting to kill that one. I was expecting only to get its armor off. Now we're going to put in a cast for 50% extra damage. Notice I'm not afraid of those because you can see where they're going to land. As long as you're not standing in a red circle, you're safe. So yeah, that one, it's nice. Like, it's not like Meg, who runs around shooting projectiles, making the floor explode, dashing at you, doing an AoE, spawning other things. It's just, you know, it just sits there. Did I get 120 darkness? Does it give increasing amounts of darkness as you go later through the acts? Okay, maybe I should study what the things actually do more. I am gonna grab... should I keep this? Or should I grab this? I like this one for Hades, I guess. We'll take this one because it's less leveled up, so I'm wasting less potential. I will definitely get the free darkness. This is interesting. For 6 encounters, it's basically the entire act. How much am I going to be using my attack? Well, I might be against the butterfly mini-boss. So that, I think, is worth it if I do get the butterfly mini-boss. That's one that I really struggle with. It would be worth it against that one in particular to have more attack power.
Another day or night in paradise.
Okay, we get our second hammer here. I'll take anything, really. Since my attack does have some value, I don't mind if it's another hammer for attack or just taking a junky one for the sake of clearing the achievement. What did I get hit by? Oh, Lord, I've already lost a quarter of my health. Remember, my fountain healed me to full, and I'm already lost a quarter of my health on the very first level. Okay, we're gonna God Power here. Okay, that was really dumb because I stopped being immune once I got to the butterfly, and then the butterfly hit me. Now, the little butterflies don't actually hurt that much. It's like 3. It's, you know, it's not the end of the world. Your attack is, okay, special. This I don't want to do. I don't want to hold special to charge it because I want to fire it as fast as possible to get those dooms out. So this is actually a weird one. I either charge my attack slower, charge up my special slower, or I pay to lose range on my twin shot. That is very unfortunate. Okay, we'll do the explosive shot and just hope for the best. Hermes. Okay, I'm gonna take Hermes here because I really would like to get your God power charges up automatically. It is maybe not good. I don't know if it's good or not. Maybe it is good. Maybe good players also consider that a good one. But I just know I like it, regardless of whether it's actually good. So that is definitely slower, and it probably is a non-bow with my other hammer that makes power shot easier to execute because you have to wait longer for that power shot. Yeah, I probably should have just either reduced the range on my attack or made my special fire a bit slower. This guy's just not getting hit by my special for some reason. God, that is incredibly slow. You know what? I think I just don't like that one. 300% more damage is not worth it for how absurdly slow that is. And it's good to get it out of the way. Maybe just never take it again. Oopsies. I actually like the God power on the pinwheels, even though they're very small enemies, because I can just run into them and kill them without taking damage.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Alright, dash to recover life lost after being hit, sturdy, and then get bonus stuff. Okay, we'll take this one. I like this. It just makes you move around a bit faster, and the sturdy means you have damage reduction. Oh, God. Okay, so this is gonna be a bear, but I get 2 boons, or I can go to the shop. You know what? I'm just gonna go to the shop. It's no joke in Act 3, those boss rooms, those challenge rooms. Okay, so let's see. I think I just want everything here. We'll take the boon first. Attack Doom multiple times. Okay, we'll do this one. I expect to die twice against the final boss, and then I get a bonus damage for the rest of it. This maybe is the correct call. In this particular build, it's not likely I get Doom on an enemy more than once, and also the damage is not significant. This is kind of like a consolation prize. If you put Doom on like a attack that goes really quickly, which is, you know, not great in general, then that's like a bit of a consolation prize. You can get a bunch of them stacked up, and then after they explode, they do a bunch of extra damage because you actually stacked up a bunch, and it was 10 per extra. Anyways, bonus health or Artemis. We'll take Artemis with increased rarity. Maybe the health is the correct call there. But I do like this mini-boss. I'm glad it's not the butterfly. I'm hoping he's not too bad. Okay. You want to crash into a wall, buddy? Thank you. I guess, you know what? There is some merit. Like, if you stand up close to an enemy and you special and more than one thing hits, that does add a little bit of extra damage. Maybe I should have taken that one. So yeah, just, you know, dodge at him when he attacks or jumps at you, and then carry on as you were. Whoopsies, I underestimated. Underestimated the range on that attack of his. Oh, I don't have a cast now. Yeah, 184 is not bad. Gotta remember that has a surprising range, so be cautious. God, this guy loves charging today. Okay, this attack is fine. It's still a bear attack. I don't have a boon affecting it. I should really have considered either putting Doom on the attack or get... Well, I don't think I've been offered boons. God, that has so much damage. I don't think I've been offered boons that upgrade the attack. Let's see if I can kill him. Okay, couldn't kill him. It's a little tricky. You remember with this mini-boss, he doesn't actually die. He just gives up and quits. At a certain point, I don't know, what is that, do you think? Like 3/4, maybe 4/5 of his health needs to be gone? There it is. Maybe 1/6 left. Some fraction of his health is left. So I thought maybe I could push him to the edge with my god powers, but I couldn't, so that was probably a mistake. I took a bunch of damage there. But let's see. Okay, this is great. I do like this one. This is really good. That might even be better than buffing my attack. Actually, 4% for each of those little arrows and for all my Doom effects. But we'll buff the attack. So now when I do go for attacks, sometimes they crit, and they should do a lot because the damage is buffed as it is. Yeah, that was a crit right there, actually. Not quite a one-shot without a crit. But that might have been a backstab, so it was a... Remember the balls separate. Oh, I just took 22 damage running into a very, very slow-moving arrow, which is my specialty. Interesting. So I dashed into the big ball, and because I was dashing, it didn't hurt me, and then I still had time to get away from it, from the little balls. Yep. And I really hate that hammer for the attack, I have to say. It is awful. Okay. Got 2 enemies with that god power. That's perfectly fine. Oh, there's more. Oh my god. Oh, does this chamber have both? Yeah, this chamber has both a selling thing and a buying thing. How curious. Okay. Alright, well this is not my favorite. I find this to be pretty weak, honestly, and I really want this, but it is a legendary, and I'm just going to take it for the purpose of achievements. Hopefully it doesn't make the difference between me winning and not winning this run. I doubt that. Definitely want the health. Okay, we're not going to do that. At this point, that would be taking too much damage, and it would also mean that I have the curse from the Chaos Gate in the Act 3 boss, which is, you know, suicidal. I wish I could have gotten an arrow down there because it is an AoE. Hits more than one, that would have been nice. And I got a little bit of that. Oh, you're still alive. Okay. Butterfly. Nice, that was dealt with quickly. So yeah, you shoot 2 casts. Obviously, because the second cast does substantially reduce damage. This isn't like a boon that you take for damage output. It's because, you know, you have like a cast that has some cool effect. Oh god. Could I use my god power? Should I use my god power? I didn't know if that was the end or not. There's a Chaos Gate here. I didn't pay for it, but it spawned anyway, and I'm an idiot, so we're gonna do it.
Going in.
You really shouldn't do this, because it damages you, and then there's gonna be a curse in the boss fight. But, well, I'm nothing if not a moron. Okay, so each time you special, you get hit for 3. Well, that's probably not good. Take extra damage from traps, that's not good. And you can't attack, but you get, So special deals, all right, fine. We'll just make sure that we don't get hit by traps. How hard can it be to not get hit by traps? I mean, I basically never get hit by traps as it is, so this should be totally fine. Okay, so traps are just like murderously damaging, like those spears there. Basically, you know, you just have to be very aware of where the traps are and try not to go near them. Like, it's sort of like, you know, cheating. Like when you're in love with someone, like don't even put yourself in a position where you can cheat. Don't make yourself have to resist any urges. Just like stay away from even the temptation. Okay. Oh god, those arrows are traps. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, that's an arrow. It's death. Death and... God, are there always this many traps in a room? This feels like a shockingly large percentage of this room's square area is traps. I'm gonna god to get rid of this chariot. Didn't quite get rid of it. Those things are gonna regenerate. Okay, luckily I was able to doom it in time. Okay, got a nectar. Can I have some healing? Hey, there's healing. I am gonna buy these gems because I never collect gems from the room rewards, so I think it's important to convert coins into gems where I can. All right, we're far enough along. This has to be the free one, right? Because I could go into the shop for some more healing, but I don't have that much gold. I could just basically buy one thing. I'd rather just get a free boon.
Accept this message.
Okay, so interesting stuff here. We can get some healing, gems, coins, and darkness. This, though, means that when I use my call during a boss, it does 20% more damage, which is like an extra 100 damage per hit. I'm actually going to get that. It also applies to the dash, but that is not as relevant as the fact that it applies to the
Theseus.
god power. Now, this is really nice. I ended up getting a curse, the curse that makes me take more damage from traps. It's a really devastating one. In general, I would not take it. However, it works out nicely here because there's no traps in this fight, I don't think, unless, oh man, you know what'd be funny? I actually don't know this. I don't know if the Olympic assistance that Theseus calls down counts as a trap or not. I don't think it should, but I don't know that it doesn't. And if that does count as a trap, then I'm gonna get completely wrecked by this. So we're just dashing back and forth, focusing on the bull. Always try to kill the bull, not always, but default presumption is that you should kill the bull first so that you don't have to fight the bull and Theseus with Olympic assistance active. So you just go back and forth with him until, and pay attention to when there's a reticule on your body, because that means Theseus is charging you with the spear. So you have to either dash back and forth through that process or hide behind a pillar. We're getting him down. We're getting him down. I don't know. I mean, I might be doing it faster if I were using my attack, but this is working well enough. I'm in a groove. So now we're gonna have an interesting situation here. Oopsie. I need to decide if I want to use the Greater Call to finish off... Oh, there's a Death Defiance. If I want to finish off the bull, or if I want to save that for Theseus. I think I'm going to save it for Theseus, because I don't believe that I would get it back in time for when he calls the god. And I really want to have the greater version for that, because that basically ends the fight. What's going to happen is when he calls a god, he just kind of stands there and turning on Poseidon's call power, or god power, call power is probably redundant. Turning on Poseidon's call makes you immune to whatever the gods are doing. And it also does a bunch of damage to him, and it should kill him, which is really nice because that means that we can finish this up without having to actually deal with fighting this guy, while also dodging stuff. God, I don't think I can get him with my extremely slowly charging attack. Oh, here we go, here we go. Okay, so he's immune. Wait for the immunity to disappear. Okay. Oh, this is Demeter too, which is the worst one. So getting to skip this is incredible. Wait, is he blocking? He was blocking the god power. He, I guess, put his shield down. It's fine though. Snuck in the back and killed him. And that is really, really nice. 180 darkness. Yeah, it does keep increasing. It's 60, then 120, then 180. I did not know that. Well, that's great news. That reinforces my decision to choose to play on 0 heat instead of 1 heat. Okay, I think now I'm going to switch to the Acorn, try to level that up. This is fun. You know what? I'm actually going to get this. It's only 15 coins, and while it does not let you immediately use... Oh, I'm going to sell this. I don't actually care about it at all, and it's 445 coins. It does not let you immediately use your call at the beginning of a tunnel, but it gets you close, and that'll pretty... Poseidon's Call is one of those that pretty much ends almost any of the little tunnel fights. So, I mean, if it doesn't do anything, it's only 15 coins. And if it saves me from having to, like, navigate around big rats or around those satyrs, I'm gonna be glad about it. All right, we have 2 great choices here. You know, let's try Artemis. I would like the one that makes it so that all of your damage is a chance to curse. Okay, if you have one of these little rooms that has the little rats in it and you have Poseidon's dash, really any of the damaging dashes, but Poseidon's especially, because I feel like it splashes water in a wide area, then just dash around the room and it'll kill all the rats. Oh my god. Clearly the auto aim for the controller does not help the special hit enemies. Oh hey, my Chaos Boon! Right, I forgot all about my Chaos Boon. Okay, this, I really don't want to get hit by the poison. Any chance I can get my god here? Any chance? I don't think so. Unfortunately, 50, okay, there it is. Okay, I mean, it didn't make a huge difference. I would have been fine, but it was certainly convenient. Oh, geez. Well, I'm glad that my Chaos Boon evolved a new effect, because otherwise I would have taken like 15 billion damage from that saw blade I walked into. Okay. There's healing place. There's my god power. Oh, geez. Okay, this did not work out well. Probably should not have bothered with that god power. It didn't kill the rats, and I just took a bunch of damage. Okay, the thing about these rats is they hit melee for quite a bit, but they also cover the ground in poison, so they can be difficult to approach. Interesting. Yes, I will get 25 health. This actually is good for me because I think this has happened before, where I have that Dionysus boon that heals you to full when drinking from a fountain. Oh no! All right, here's the price I pay for my insolence. It's this fight. This is a very famously difficult fight. So this rat kind of teleports around. It hits you super hard and is just a nightmare. It also spawns friends. I've already gotten popped twice for 22 damage by it. So when it does that roaring thing, it spawns buddies. Yes, this is definitely the hardest fight. I'm gonna turn on my god. No, you know what? I shouldn't have done this on. What I should have done is I should have, I think, let it fill up to full and try to kill it with a full god power. Right now what I'm gonna do, I mean, I don't want to like be super conservative and just have this take an hour out of the hope that maybe somehow I will not lose my last death defiance in these tunnels. I think I just have to, yeah, I think I just have to admit defeat here. I'm gonna lose that death defiance, and honestly with this tiny vermin, I might be like lucky to even make it to Hades. Yeah, well, it's fine. So every once in a while, you have to face this instead of one of the other mini bosses, and this is definitely like horrible. But I think it's still worth it. I think I wouldn't change. Like the existence of this does not change my strategy of always taking the mini boss tunnels, assuming it's not coins or palms. I guess I don't really value the coins or the palms enough to take a mini boss version of those over a boon or plus 25 health. 2 health. We're just. Oh, okay. The rat spawned near me, so. I mean, clearly in this fight I could have done a much better job. I've gone a while without taking damage, So I clearly could have just done a better job staying far away from the rat and not getting hit for 20 damage like 5 times. So let's get, oh, there it is. It dashed at me and I died. I'm gonna turn on my God Power. Oh my God, the God Power expired right before I reached it. I needed to hit it twice with my God Power. There it goes. Okay, so we are now going to have no Death Defiance. It's just 150 health versus the final boss. Yeah, there it is. Now, I do like this a lot, but we're going to take this. I think 3% chance for all my Doom effects to be critical is a big deal because they have like 180 damage or something, so I think it's just worth it. I'm also going to come down here and just buy this right now for the extra health. In fact, maybe I should also buy this level 2 Palm. I think I'm going to do that. So, let's see. Just extra damage, dashing, or even more damage on the God Power. We'll do that. I think if I beat Hades, it might have to come down to the damage on the God Power. We'll take Ares. I would love it if this were the last one. Oh God. I would love not having to do another one of these tunnels. Because beating Hades with 175 health is hard enough. But each additional tunnel, I run the risk of dying, and then that's it. That's the end of the run. Now, you might argue, but Boris, actually, you should go through all the tunnels, even if this is the Satyr Sack. You want every advantage you can possibly get. Just dashing around because of the little rats. It's an easy way to not have to take 3 damage per rat if you just happen to stop at the wrong moment. Okay, well, be that as it may, I'm poisoned. I need to get the hell out of here. By the way, I believe when something deals bonus damage to bosses, that includes mini bosses. So it's not just the final boss of the act. It's all the bosses. Oh God. Oh man, I got hurt a lot by this boss. Okay, it's just a few rats, right? Yeah. So I'm very, very hurt. 33 more health and I'm just out of it. Interesting. So normally I would take this. But the problem is that I am just not able to take very much damage. So I guess we'll take that. So my Doom effects take longer to activate, but that's fine. Oftentimes I wouldn't be able to put another Doom into the enemy.
Here goes nothing.
Before it activated anyway. I could save up. This would be a higher rarity boon, but I'm going to take this because I need every little bit of help I can get to survive these tunnels. Okay, cast is a so all right. This is like a thing where your cast shoots out. I'll do it. It's not that impressive, but I'll just take it to get it out of the way. And I guess we are gonna take more health if I can actually somehow survive this tunnel. There is a world where I find a well of Charon in this set of tunnels. I don't want to go over this chasm. These rats cannot get me because of this chasm. Oh, can I do this? Yes, so here's my new cast. It's pretty cool. It actually lasts a good long while, and it even bounces off of walls, as you can see. And then the disadvantage for that, though, is that you cannot put casts into enemies anymore. But that's fine, because I'm not really relying that much on my actual weapon damage. Okay, so I gotta play very cautiously here. Normally, I think at this point I would just say screw it, but I do have that boon from Dionysus that heals me to full from the fountain, so I will have the full 175 health when I face Hades. Now, I really hope that this is the tunnel that has the Satyr Sack. Got hit by a rat, unfortunately. Got hit by a rat again. Okay. Because I don't want to have to go through a whole other tunnel in this vulnerable state. Oh, it is not. It is not. So we got a little bit unlucky this run, which I'm completely fine with because I got very, very lucky in my previous run getting that one boon that carried me all the way. Now, every single time that these things even nick me with a laser is a big ol' honkin' deal. So I gotta play more cautiously than usual. See, I got very lucky last run. I don't mind a little bit of bad luck here, but we're on the 3rd tunnel, and still... Okay, that satyr is probably how I'm gonna die. Yep, there goes 6 of my remaining 10 health. We got that little vermin, which is very bad. And then we also have had to go through we'll have to go through at least 4 tunnels, if not 5, to find the Satyr Sack. Okay, we're down to 2 health. Got a little bit nicked by one of those beams. Any little rat will kill me now. Poison, of course, it's all over. Woo! I'm trapped in here. I'm poisoned, and I'm dead. All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe. And I will see you again soon. Of course, if you want to see the meta currency expenditures and other things, stick around.
Back again.
Welcome back. It's usually pretty.
Glad to keep things interesting. Achilles, sir.
Okay. The Codex, great.
Thank you. I'm grateful for it, sir.
Hades has an exclamation mark.
Do not
Very well.
use.
Diddle-dee-dee. And we have this. Okay, so I could save up for the Fountain Chamber in Elysium. The fountains giving more healing, honestly, is really good. And then having urns that drop 10 coins is good as well. But I'm just going to get whatever I can each time. If I have to save up for one of the big ones, then I'll save up for it later. But let's get what I can get now.
Excellent investment contractor. Go on and make it so.
And I will also get the Rod of Fishing, so I'm very happy to see this. So that is just a diamond, which is great because you can't use diamonds for anything else at the moment. And lets you catch fish, which we'll see in our next run, hopefully. The fish are turned into this head chef here in exchange for stuff. It can be darkness, keys, gems a lot of the time, or even sometimes like ambrosia or nectar. So you can get really good rewards. That diamond just pays for itself. So definitely buy the fishing rod immediately. Here is Dusa, one of the companions you can romance.
For all your hard work.
And then again, Meg, I've already given her, no, I have not given her a nectar, but I really just don't care about her trinket, so I'm not gonna worry about it.
Nice.
Okay, this is a merchant for resources. I recommend always looking at it because there's these 5 that are just always the same. Right now, since we need everything, I'm not gonna do any trading because as you can imagine, the trading happens at a proportion that is not advantageous to the player. But then there's always this one at the bottom, which is actually a pretty good trade. Like, diamonds are more rare than Titan blood, so that's actually like a good trade. However, I'm not going to do this because I currently value Titan blood more than diamonds. We'll see later why that is so. But it's worth checking just to see if there's something down here that you might want to do, because sometimes these temporary limited time offers that you can only do once are pretty good. One thing I will mention, it may be tempting to turn Ambrosia into Titan Blood because you don't need Ambrosia for a while, but once Ambrosia starts being useful, you do want a lot of it, so I'd recommend resisting the urge to turn your Ambrosias into Titan Blood. Okay, I have not made any achievements, unfortunately, so look at the mirror. Okay, well, I can get the next section of mirror. The question is, what is my next weapon? Has Dark Thirst hit the shield? No, we're going back to the sword. Remember, it's random. So, I mean, it could theoretically just never get to this shield. I don't want to unlock this because if I do, then I can't actually unlock the next section of mirror. And I don't want this to be unlocked and doing nothing if there's no Darkness Thirst on it, especially if it's preventing me from doing things I want. Now, obviously, I could just save up 145 more darkness to get my last Death Defiance. You know, if I had had 3 Death Defiances that last run, then I would have been able to keep on playing, and I might have been able to reach Hades, though whether I would have beaten Hades with no Death Defiance is another thing. However, I do know that some of the upgrades in the next section are really important for me for hitting that break point of feeling like I can beat the game consistently. So I am going to unlock this now. And these are both very, very good. So you have Deep Pockets, where you start with extra coins at the beginning of a run, and Thick Skin, where you start with extra health. And eventually you get 50 extra health from this, which is a really big deal, starting with 100 health instead of 50. So I am going to forfeit my 3rd Death Defiance in exchange for these 2 things, which actually like help me not have to die. So am I just gonna push this? I'm just gonna push this all the way to the end. So we start with 50 extra health, that is huge. And then I believe this eventually goes all the way up to 100 extra coins, so 10 upgrades on this. So I won't be able to get this all the way, but I will push it as far as it goes. So it was a committal move. I was almost at 1,000, I decided, and now I have nothing. but I think it's worth it to start with fixed 50 extra health and be on my way to starting with fixed 50 extra coins. Next section is 20 keys. It is a lot. I will probably be buying a new weapon, maybe multiple new weapons beyond before I can do that one, but that is fine. You know what I really should do, actually? Hang on. I maybe should have done this earlier, but what I'm gonna do is get another... Oh, hang on. Cerberus isn't here. Okay, I was gonna give it to Cerberus, but he's not here, so never mind then. Cerberus's trinket gives you extra health, and eventually I will not use it anymore, but it's a good one to put on when like your other trinkets are maxed out and you want some general survivability trinket. I want to have that and I want to get working on it, especially because, you know, eventually I will max out this acorn, which actually did nothing for me in the final level. I just underestimated how difficult those tunnels would be to get through. Of course, if I hadn't had the vermin, or if I hadn't had to go through 4 tunnels to get the sack, I would have still made it through. So I guess it's fine. I don't really mind my decisions. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.